how many of you use soundtracks? Use soundtracks? There's things you can do with soundtracks that are really cool. One thing is just even you say like, what can you do? You turn it on, it's playing. Well, one of the things that I do is, you ever start a soundtrack and it's too loud and it jumps out at you and then you got to bring it down? And I've heard that too many times to where whenever I start a soundtrack, I always bring it a little bit lower than I think it needs to be. And as soon as I hear it, then I go ahead and edge it up to make sure I don't do that. Because it's just, once I hear that first bam that knocks you in the head, it takes me a while to recover. And so you want to, don't do that to people. So you want to start off a little bit lower and then go ahead and, bring it up to where it needs to be. But sometimes people try really hard to keep that soundtrack under control, and there's a limited dynamic range with a soundtrack. I was at, actually, interestingly enough, I'll just go ahead and tell this too. It was, coincidentally, it was at Evangel Temple, probably, gosh, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago. And there was a lady that was singing, remember back in the Sandy Patty days? And there was a girl there, lady there, that sang a Sandy Patty song, I don't know what it was, but very few people should sing Sandy Patty songs, okay? But this woman had a right to sing Sandy Patty. I mean, she was good. And so and you know how Sandy Patty songs are. They start off very soft, kind of like a Lorna O'Hara song. By the time you get to the end, man, it's just like huge, right? And so she's singing it, and it's fine. It's a little bit quiet, but it's fine. And as the song is building, and the orchestra's coming in, and the drums are coming in, and as it's building and getting louder, the sound guy is I could hear him. I'm not looking at him. I could hear him going, oh, it's getting louder, it's getting louder. And by the time you get to the end, where it's the big crescendo and the big, everybody should be doing on their, she's just an incredible singer. Everybody should have been on their feet. it would have just, by the time the end of the song came, it was dead. And she finishes her song. Belting it out, and you can hearing it at this volume, and it's like, the guy just killed the whole thing. And seriously, it should have been, because she is so good and the track is so powerful. It should have just been, everybody would have been just, you would have just had to just, God take me to heaven. It would have been that powerful. And it was a dud, because he just killed it. I like to do the opposite, man. As the song's building, I like to kind of help it out a little bit. And especially that big last orchestra thing, man, I just like to, just fill the house with sound. And you can, you can mix soundtracks to where it can be just, a dud, or it can be the most powerful thing your church has ever heard, just by the way you mix it and control it.